Now, I gotta say, guys, most of the time, Rad Vlad is accurate in his analysis and in the knowledge and truth that he kicks. But nobody's perfect, and once in a while, even I'm wrong about something. But the difference between me and guys like the type of guys that are in the scientific world and who promote opposite of the kind of things that we do in the truth community, they never admit when they're wrong. They just kind of change the subject. But I gotta say, man, after viewing this image, I gotta say that Rad Vlad may be wrong about the theory of evolution, because when I looked at this image, and people always tell me, Rad Vlad, you don't get it, man. There is evidence of evolution. It is a scientifically proven fact. Things evolve. Species evolve from one form into another, within species and from species to species. Meaning a frog can evolve into a human given enough time through mutation. And what I'm looking at here is real proof of mutation. Look at Nancy Pelosi's hand here. And this was a very funny moment. She reached out to shake Trump's hand like such a phony person would do. Like, why would you even do that when you don't get along with someone you never made peace, and you're gonna hand out, hand, hold your hand out in this fake handshake. Oh, we're just gonna shake hands now. Like, Trump just looked at her and turned around. She got moted so bad. I mean, that's happened to me before. It's very humiliating. Even if one person sees it, when you put your hand out to shake someone's hand and the other person sees you did it, they didn't not see you did it. It's even bad if they don't see you put your hand out. It's embarrassing if you put your hand out and just get left hanging like she did. But when the person sees you and don't shake your hand, boy, you feel dumb, man. It's happened to me before. It's embarrassing. I'm sure it's happened to you guys too. It happened, and like I said, it was embarrassing what happens if it happens with one person seeing, even if nobody sees it. Doesn't feel good. But with old Nancy Pelosi, and the whole world sees it, and she was mad too. Afterwards, she ripped up the paper, to get revenge on Trump. She ripped up his speech page by page. But what I want to focus on here though is that, okay, this hand of hers is proof of mutation. What I'm looking at, I'm seeing that the evolutionary process right before my eyes. I see this hand mutating into a flipper of some sort. Add some time, maybe not even that much time. You don't need 1,000,000 years or 100,000 years, maybe a couple thousand years. This will be a flipper along with the other hand, and then it can, the same mutation can catch up to the feet, and then you will have a type of aquatic creature that has evolved from this humanoid. And I'd like to keep an eye on her descendants. Like, I don't know if she has any children. I like to inspect. I will look for some photos. Radvat will search Google for images of Nancy Pelosi's children, and I'd like to see if this mutation was this passed on to her through her genetic lineage, carrying on into the future, to those generations and her descendant ones. Because what I'm saying is that this branch from the humanoid, I gotta learn these words better because I'm coming to your guys' side. I'm convinced here after seeing this. I'm gonna have to get my vocabulary right. The humanoid, the biped ape, this biped ape. I think that's how you say it. Walking on two legs, straight up. Ape. There is some further mutation I'm seeing it in the hand. It's the hand is like a flipper, beginning to become. It's not there yet. I mean, she can still use her hand to tear pieces of paper and stuff, but there is a slight mutation moving towards uh, a type of um, part of the body, like a flipper, where she could, and someday her descendants could propel themselves through water, is what I'm trying to say. Just the same thing needs to happen to the lower half. The feet could kind of form in the same way. Get a little webbing going, extend, thin out those toes, and just kind of flop out to the side a little, like the way the hand is, kind of thinned out towards the front, towards the tips, and flopping outward to get nice boost into the water. And then you probably notice like these as time goes on, like her descendants was just kind of, they might be at the beach one day and just kind of look at the ocean and then look at the land, look at the ocean and just scratch their head, say, it's kind of, it kind of looks maybe better and maybe would be better for me in there. You know, I've got these flippers in on my hands and feet. Let me go. I think I'll go try it. And they're talking to someone. They don't quite understand the words coming out of their mouth because the brain, the synapses and neurons in the brain are beginning to mutate as well. You start kind of understanding what dolphins are saying. Those dolphin and whale noises. They start hearing, kind of tuning into that more, while the earth, land creatures or humanoids are kind of tuning out and not really making sense. And then they just make their way into the ocean, man, right into the sea. And this would be like the first branch away from those ape-like hominid bipeds. And I'm documenting it right now. Rad Vlad is documenting this for future generations. So you guys, maybe 100, 500,000 years from now, can look back on this video, and I will have documented who the original ancestor was that took the human race back into the ocean. It started with Nancy Pelosi. You remember that name?